is weird. Hi, I'm Julia and welcome to my channel Shakespeare and Such. This is my first video, so I thought the most appropriate way to introduce myself was through the Booktube. Nope. This is my first video, so I thought the most appropriate way to introduce myself would be through the Booktube Newbie Tag. Why can't I say that? A couple quick things about me before I jump right into the tag. I'm 23 years old. I am in the last year of my teaching program, finally, so I'm student teaching with second graders, so that is really awesome. I love it already. I am American, if you can't tell from my accent, and I'm also easily distracted. I am also a nanny of two little ones. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Mainly because I love books. I love to talk about books. People in my life don't always love to hear me talking about books. So I thought the best way to express all these feelings and opinions that I have was through a medium where people would like to hear those things. And I thought Booktube was a really appropriate place. I have been using Goodreads as well, but I don't know, there's just something about speaking and just like, here it is, here's my thoughts, that is so cathartic and just makes me feel so much better, as opposed to like, I have to type out this essay on how I feel. Okay, Goodreads actually isn't that formal, but that's how I feel when I write a review for some reason. I'm like, this is serious business. So I thought this would be better, just to talk to my laptop. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I don't know yet. I mean, that sounds lame. I think I'm fun and unique, but I don't have specifically any plans raring to go for this channel. I'm just hoping to maybe look at some things through a different perspective. I know I have some favorite books that nobody talks about, seemingly, and I have read some very popular books where I went, why is this everyone's favorite book? So right now I just think the fresh perspective is the biggest thing I'm bringing, but you know, there's always room for interesting new discussions and things of that nature that I'll eventually dive into as well. The third question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I am so excited just to dive right into this community. I've been watching Booktube videos for, I don't even know how long, a while now, and I just feel like the people are so cool. Like, I love commenting on videos, and a couple days later I'll get a reply and I'll be like, she is so sweet, or like, you know, just there's so many nice people who have really interesting things to say on Booktube, and I think that really is what I'm most excited for, is getting to know those people and being more in touch with them. Question 4 is, why do you love reading? I mean, where do I begin, right? I think a big part of it is always like the whole escapism thing. It's like, set your problems to the side for now and pick up this book and jump into this person's problems instead of your own. And also, I'm just a really big theater person, so I feel like for me, storytelling has always been a huge part of my life, and I think that like if a story in any format can make me feel something, if I'm laughing out loud, if I'm crying because of what someone wrote, that's pretty powerful stuff, and that holds a lot of weight to me. Is that a phrase? It's just something I take very seriously. Number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? I have always been a reader, even like before I could actually read the kind of thing where you just point at the pictures and say, now this is happening, now this is happening. You kind of tell the story your own way. Ever since that age, I've been into books. My favorite books as a child were definitely The 7 Silly Eaters, like one of the best picture books of all time, you guys. Look it up. I really loved American Girl books and those Dear America books. Do you guys remember those? They were like historical fiction diaries. Those were the bomb. And then as I got older, well, not that much older, I obviously loved Harry Potter. That's pretty a pretty safe answer. And then getting into teens, you know, you find Twilight and the Hunger Games and those kind of big series. But yeah, I've always loved books, just always. What question? Number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Ooh. I guess I'd probably ask about time management because that's something I'm bad at in general. So just trying to figure out how people balance work and school and life while maintaining a channel, trying to keep up with videos and comments and still brainstorming new ideas. And while doing all that, still having the time to read 12 books a month. How do you guys do that? That's insane. Question 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? That seems like it's weirdly phrased. What challenges do you think What challenges of starting a booktube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? I think is what they're trying to say there. Like I said, that time management is tricky. Also just like fear of mean people in the comments. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty human fear, is like rejection. So, I don't know. We'll see. Number 8, when did you start reading? I kind of already told you that, so we'll breeze by it. Number 9, where do you read? This actually is my reading chair, so most of the time I'm right here. I'll also read in bed if it's not too, I was going to say if it's not too late at night, but honestly that's a lie. I can read in bed as long as I'm not too tired, because I will pass out in the middle of reading. I can read almost anywhere. I love to read in the car. I do audiobooks when I drive to work. I read everywhere. Number 10 is, what kind of books do you like to read? I love historical fiction. Not as big on contemporary, but I will do some. It just has to be like the right thing. That's really vague. You'll see later when I talk about books. I like magical realism and fantasy to an extent. I'm not crazy heavy into it like some people are. I can't read it all the time, but I do enjoy it. I don't know, I think I'm pretty open-minded. I guess what I read the least of is like nonfiction, but I do try to do some. I like memoirs, so I try to get into those. So that's it. That's the end of the tag. Thank you guys for finding my video and taking the time to watch it. Sorry about the constantly changing light. It's a very partly cloudy day outside, so I'm sure that's going to be very noticeable, but we'll survive. And yeah, I hope you guys stick around and like what you see on my channel, and yeah, you'll see more of me soon. Bye! Okay, hi, my name is Julia. Welcome to my channel, Shakespeare and Such, which, you know, is, I don't know what I'm saying. Why do I love reading? That is a big one. I should have planned this. And yeah, I guess that's it. That's the entire Booktube Newbie Tag. Does my hair look this weird the whole time? To be determined.